So it's Arsenal 2, Wolverhampton 2. Hmm. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm shooting this video at 3:43 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what to say. This is shambles. This is bad. This is horrible. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Wolverhampton United, that is last on the table. This Wolverhampton is going to be relegated, by the way. They are going to be relegated. There's no doubt about that. Wolverhampton they've gone on a stint this season that is the worst stint ever in Premier League history. In Premier League history. I never thought I watched the Derby County era when they were so bad. I never thought any other team would surpass them. Wolverhampton, since the Premier League formed in 1996, I think it was, no team has been as bad as the way Wolverhampton is this season. I think Chelsea played Wolverhampton, they beat Wolverhampton. Manchester United played Wolverhampton, they beat Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. But Arsenal, you are struggling you're struggling against Wolves, and the thing is that Arsenal's next game is against Tottenham, right? Arsenal might now on I think the game is on Sunday. Arsenal might now face Tottenham and destroy Tottenham. This is how these things happen. You know, you don't want to play games. You don't want to play games. I feel like I don't know if it's that time of the season where the bottling spirits have started working on Arsenal. I don't know what is going on. I really don't know what is going on because the games we are supposed to be nicking wins and nicking points to to have enough points to elude City. These are the games that we are dropping points. These are the games that we're dropping points. And like I said before, City can go on a run where they don't lose any game for the rest of the season. These guys can do it. We've seen them do this over and over again. Pep Guardiola will be rubbing his hand like Breadman now. He'll be rubbing his hand. There's a way he will condition his players. There's a way he will condition them that against Newcastle, they would batter Newcastle. Now, I'm not saying that this would likely happen. They might draw against Newcastle, they might even lose. We know how these things happen. However, Pep Guardiola has a squad that can go the rest of the season without losing any games. And like I said, it would be a travesty if Arsenal don't win this league. If Arsenal win the FA Cup, that would be fantastic. If Arsenal win the Carling Cup, the EFL Cup, that would be fantastic. That will be fantastic as well. However, if Arsenal don't end up winning this Premier League, the fan base is going to turn on Arteta. Even if Arsenal wins both the EFL and the FA Cup, the fans are going to turn on Arteta because like I said, the only thing that will be able to consolidate for Arsenal bottling this Premier League will be the Champions League. That will be the only thing if Arsenal wins the Champions League. But if Arsenal doesn't win the Champions League and they end up not winning the Premier League, it will be seen as a failure. It will be seen as a failure because you cannot lead the season for this long only to bottle it at this time. I think how many games are remaining now? Maybe like 12, maybe 11 to 12 games are remaining for the Premier League season. I think about 11 to 12 games, if I'm not mistaken, are left for the season to be done. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. This game started very promisingly, or started with promise. In the fifth minute, Bukayo Saka scored a wonderful goal, a nice cross by Declan Rice, and a nice goal, nice being at the right place at the right time. Bukayo Saka, with a good header. By the fifth minute, when Arsenal are taking the lead, to be fair, I hadn't even turned the game on yet, and Arsenal had already take. I think I just turned on the game when Arsenal took the lead, and it was looking like, okay, Arsenal are going to batter these guys. Arsenal are going to batter these guys. First goal in the fifth minute. This might be like another. Who did Arsenal face recently? This will be like another Coventry. Is it who did Arsenal face? Coventry or Cardiff? This will be like another Cardiff. First goal in the fifth minute. Then nothing really happened in that first half. Um, Martinelli had a clear chance to put Arsenal ahead again, but I mean, Martinelli doing Martinelli things. What can I say? I don't reach that guy at all. I just think he's a horrible footballer. But Martinelli doing Martinelli things. I don't know. I don't understand this thing of Ateta always wanting to play Martinelli. This guy is good as especially in the Premier League. He's good as a substitute. This guy is good as a substitute. That's all. Someone like Martinelli shouldn't be starting for Arsenal. You Martinelli can't be starting for Arsenal in 2026. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But this game, Arsenal didn't draw this game on Martinelli's fault alone. By the 56 minutes, Arsenal doubled the lead with a nice run by Hinkapie and a lovely pass by Gabriel. And by this time, it was like, okay, all Arsenal has to do is just see the game through, keep the ball, maybe try and get another goal, and then try and get another goal after that. Do you understand? Then before you know it, 61st minute, Hugo Bueno scored an incredible goal in the 61st minute. Incredible goal. And at that point, I just kind of knew it within me that I just felt like Arsenal players were panicking. And then, in the 90 plus 4 minutes, they equalized. Very stupid mistake from, I don't know what Gabriel was doing. I don't know what Raya was doing. Even with the rebound, Gabriel and Calafiori should be blocking that. They should have been blocking that. And now Arsenal has drawn to Wolves. Didn't do well against Brentford. Now haven't done well against Wolves. City are City are coming. I think City are coming. And now I'm not saying that. I know I watched a lot of fan reactions and everybody was acting like it's over. Arsenal have bottled the league already, blah de blah and all that. I don't think Arsenal has bottled the league already. Arsenal still lead 5 points. Um, it's not a lot, but even if City should win their game against Newcastle, right? If they win their game against Newcastle, Arsenal are still 2 points ahead, which is not a lot, but Arsenal are still 2 points ahead. If Arsenal win their next game against Tottenham, you know, Arsenal becomes 5 points ahead again. That is if City win their game against Newcastle. So it's not like all hope is lost, but I just think they are playing with fire at this point. They're playing with fire at this point because if City win, um, if City win Newcastle and Arsenal draw to Tottenham or lose to Tottenham, Arsenal is in big trouble. Arsenal is in big trouble. Arsenal is in big trouble. And if Arsenal bottle this league, if Arsenal bottle this, I don't care if Arsenal wins the FA Cup or EFL. If they bottle this league, we the fans are not going to be happy. The only thing that can make up for that is winning the Champions League. And if Arsenal bottles the Champions League again, it is a failure of a season. It is a failure of a season. Oh my god. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. It's Gabriel, Saliba, these guys were on top this at the beginning of this season. But now these guys just seem to be leaking goals like as if there's a hole in the ceiling. Leaking goals up and down. At one point, we were chasing these guys were chasing, you know, John Terry and Cavalio's record. Now that is far gone. That is far gone. At the beginning slash middle of the season, Arsenal were not even conceding goals like that. Now it's like I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. Arsenal need to pattern up, man. Arsenal really need to pattern up because if City overtake Arsenal, it could be curtains. It could be curtains. Now you're trying to add 1 point plus 1 point here and go difference. I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. 2-2 draw. Arsenal drawing to Wolves. Wolves are the poorest team in the league. Poorest team by far. Drawing to Wolves. Like even the first time we played them, they had to score two own goals for us to win. And man, I don't know, man. Just Arsenal just pattern up, man. Ateta, good luck. If you don't win this Premier League, just leave, man. Just leave. But you're a fantastic coach, but just leave because I don't think if Arteta doesn't win the Premier League or the Champions League, I don't think he would even be able to take the scrutiny from the fans. The abuse will be too much. The abuse will be too much, and I don't think he'll be able to take it. I don't think he'll be able to take it. That's all I have to say, man. Please like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever. Until next time, peace.